Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 9 of our Minecraft Cryptopolis Modpack playthrough. Hope you've all had an excellent day so far. I know mine's been going pretty well. And yeah, we're going to basically dive right back into some immersive engineering. Now, a huge oversight from my part on the last episode. I said there's no way that we can get to this kinetic dynamo if we don't have redstone, and it's a error loop. That's not actually true. I just was being a huge dunce. I'm going to blame it on the holiday and brain being a bit frazzled. But we have this quest back here, which is actually the only quest from Create that we didn't complete. So, yeah, that's on me. That's completely on me. But essentially, we have the alternator. The alternator is going to allow us to take rotational force and turn it into FE. So you see, if you power the back, it's going to require at least 32 RPM to operate, and then it's going to generate rotational or FE from rotational force. And yeah, basically we have a little setup here. We're going to go downstairs and create this alternator in our mechanical crafters. Then we'll come back up here and wire this up. But all that being said, I'm a little embarrassed. Sorry, everybody. Also, in between episodes, we did go ahead and do the elevators. Essentially, all you have to do is spawn in some Endermen using your altar, right? So that's going to be... took the recipe off here. But it's just black dye, clay, and then a block of coal underneath. So you'll basically just want to do that 3, 4, 5 times, however many it takes for you to get, your ender pearls that you need. Anyways, let's come on down here to the bottom. We have our mechanical crafters over here. And I need to get my fire resistance food. I've been trying to eat a variety of food now that I know that it gives you additional health. That being said, obviously, it takes a bit of time. So I think I got all the materials here. And all the materials that we have here in the crafting recipe, nothing is new there. It's all been done before. So, it goes iron sheet, capacitor, iron sheet, copper, iron rod. Okay, so it's iron sheet, capacitor, iron sheet, iron rod, iron sheet. I think it's spool, and then iron sheet, and andesite. Okay, so iron, and andesite. Push that button. This should give us nothing. What did I do wrong? Iron rod. Iron sheet, capacitor. Oh, this is an electron tube. It's not a capacitor. Chance, you silly goose. This turns into a capacitor, so we need copper and... Wait, was that a zinc sheet? Zinc. Oh, goodness me. We're going to do this real quick. Won't be nothing but a jiffy. Zinc. Hello? There we are. Now, is zinc one of the ones that we can turn in? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that was one of the first ingots that we got was zinc. So now we'll just take this on over here to our smashing machine. There we go. And we went ahead and made up a lot of copper stuff as well, and this is just for preparation. There we go. Now it should work. Sorry, the electron tubes and the capacitors looking very similar there. Always throws me off. So let's come back down here. Capacitor there. Iron sheet. Just like so. That, and that. And andesite up top. That should be it. Awesome. So now we have the alternator and... Okay, that was loud. We've also completed another chapter in our quest book. So let's see. I don't know if one water wheel will be enough to power this. Kinetic stress impact 640 at current. Okay, so you need at least 2 water wheels is what I'm seeing here. 2 water wheels that go all the way. That's okay, because I got another one here anyways. And basically what we'll do, I don't think... We can't just place it back on top here, can we? Like, just put another one? I mean, I'm about to test and see. Does 2 vertical water wheels work? My guess would be not all that well. 128, yeah, okay. Well, then let's just lock this up. Break this down, and we'll do the sideways yield classic water wheel method, right? Nothing wrong with that, so boom, bam. And essentially we just want to put blocks there. And here. Alright. It's 256 for each of them. Now we can just pull out from here. And I'm thinking that will be enough power. Let's see. No, still not. At current speed, 512. It appears that this alternator is not rotating with enough speed. Oh, wait. Do we need to increase the speed of this? Okay, well, that's going to require some extra cogs here. Large to small. Let's try one upgrade for it. I'm going to need my shafts. Running out of room a little bit here, but that's okay. This is mostly a test. Connect stress impact 1,000 at the current speed. Maybe you can't do this with water wheels all that reliably. Here's the... So is it still rotating though? It's not like overstressing the system here? No, okay, so that's still doing that. But we would basically need 4, right? 4 water wheels. All right, so let's go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll be right back in a jiffy. Alrighty, so 4 water wheels was indeed the answer here. If we just take a quick little pop up top. 4 of them running at max speed, or almost max speed. We don't have, obviously, the water coming up the back to help, but that's perfectly fine. Will give you enough to actually power this alternator, which is really all you need to power your crusher here. So if we take this LV wire connector, we should be able to attach it there like that, I think. Now if we throw something in here, I gotta have something I can throw away. Some iron ingots, there we go. This is using power, but it's also pulling power, so not great. It's not going to necessarily keep your crusher going strong. What I would recommend is actually to attach your alternator down to your steam engine, or make sure that your steam engine is somewhere near your alternator setup. You'll want create near immersive engineering. I did not put it that way, but that doesn't mean that's what you should do, right? Do as I say, not as I do, as our parents would say. So I'm gonna break this, because we already have good power coming in from here. But essentially, that is how you would get your first bits of redstone. And after you get 2 redstone dust, that's literally all you would need from that alternator, you could go straight into your kinetic dynamo. So, a little annoying, the fact that you need the alternator for just 2 redstone dust. But, I mean, you could technically continue to use the alternator to power the crusher, and then have this power something else, such as, you know, the arc furnace, which is what we're going to be getting into today. And we'll also probably get into grass. That was one of my other objectives, because I want to get into the windmill for immersive engineering, which I don't think we have it saved over here. Let's see. Yeah, so the windmill, basically it requires us to have windmill blades. All this stuff is perfectly fine. We can make this now, but to get the windmill sails, this is where we need industrial hemp fiber, which we can get from industrial hemp seeds, which I think we can get from grass. Now, taking a look at the grass block, it's not that difficult to get. We need organic water plus dirt. Dirt we already have. Organic water we already have. In case you don't remember, though, you just mix sawdust and cleansing water to get a whole bucket. So, that being said, I actually already have this whole setup down below. And we're going to go check that out, because this is actually what I wanted to get into here today. That's not the right side. the capacitor and the alternator, all that kind of stuff. We just had to do that to correct our error from last time. So what I have here is a item drain. What you can do is take a bucket of your organic water, right click it into the item drain, and then pump it up and out using a mechanical pump. This will go into a spout. What we can do then is take our dirt. Which way is this going? That way. Throw it in, and it will slowly, because we never really speeded this process up, turn into grass here. So let's see. There we are. And with our grass, obviously, we can bone meal this for a chance at getting some hemp seeds. We can also place this down with more dirt for some conversion there, right? And that's probably what we'll end up doing. Let's see. Probably have some bone meal somewhere. There it is. Okay, so let's just see if we can get lucky. Cassava seeds. There we go, industrial hemp seeds. Now what we can do with this is, I believe, put it in a botany pot. Yeah, with some dirt, and it'll give us all of our outputs that we want there. Does grass increase it? 1x, and I think dirt's probably like a, dirt's 0.95. Regular dirt's 1 as well. Okay, well, hey, that's pretty good. So now we can go automate that and get our windmill up and going. We're probably going to do the botany pot stuff off camera. We're still waiting on a bit more steel, I think, in order to build this arc furnace, because we need all of these steel plates. We need all of this steel, that steel, and we needed well, it's not over here, but we're going to need some extra blast brick. So I went ahead and made up 27 more blast brick, because of course this recipe was super annoying for us to set up. So I did this before setting up the whole organic water, but essentially you got to pump lava, nether brick, and mud brick, and that'll give you 3 of this. So you do this 9 times and you're good to go. But essentially we're going to need this for the arc furnace, because the arc furnace requires reinforced blast brick. This is really simple to create. You take your blast brick and steel plate and bam. But you are going to need 27 steel plates, which of course takes 27 steel ingots, and that's the primary reason why you want to keep these. Oh, I say that and the machines stop running, but you want to keep these machines running as much as possible, right? So when you can empty the oil, empty it. When you can refill this with coal, coke, or charcoal, whatever you're using, do it. Anyways, all that being said and out of the way, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves another botany pot, get that set up, and clear our inventory because it's gotten a bit hectic. And then we'll jump back in here for basically setting up a windmill and powering and creating our arc furnace so we can actually get into simple storage, because that's what this whole array over here is for. Eventually, this is going to house all of our storage. Right now, all the chests are empty, but it can hold around 5,000 items. I've done the math, so that's pretty good, and it's a lot more than whatever these 16 chests here can do, right? So, that being said and out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in just a minute. Alright, so here we are, finally back. We made ourselves an extra platform over here for getting into both the windmill as well as the arc furnace. Something tells me this one straight pathway is not going to be enough for all of immersive engineering, so we're probably going to start adding these little circles off to the side of our platform to give us some branching opportunities, we'll say. Now, I did go ahead and set up and I don't have it over on my sidebar. I did go ahead and set up the windmill production line, so to speak, for the tough fabric and getting industrial hemp fiber. Now this stuff, as we went through, you're going to need grass, and then you grow it, smack the grass, and you occasionally get some seeds. Now these seeds you can place in a standard farm or place in a botany pot. Honestly, for the sake of the quest, this is much faster. All you do is you come down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up here. Oh, there we go. But yeah, you come down, do a little shift action, and whenever you go to break it, 1, it can be vein mined. 2, if you just vein mine the top part, the bottom part will stay. It will still give you all of the stuff that you need from the plant, seeds, hemp fiber, all that good stuff, and it will just grow right back up without you having to replant it. So that's pretty much all I did to get all of the fiber that I needed, which obviously is already back up here and ready in place. So, that being said, that's all checked and completed. We should have all the other pieces already set up as well, just because trying to save time, and we've already crafted them before. So, let's take a look at the windmill here. We're going to need 8 windmill blades surrounding 1 iron ingot. Windmill blades are simply made with treated wood and treated sticks. We've already been through this creation process, so let's just go ahead and throw those together, get ourselves a windmill. Now, outside of the windmill, we also need these windmill sails, because what good is a windmill if it doesn't have anything to catch the wind? In order to make these, we're going to need to make 6 of these tough fabrics, and these tough fabrics come, of course, from the hemp fiber surrounding a stick. This can be any stick, doesn't have to be, you know, treated or dust or any of that you see. So, I have already made these up, by the way. This was just saving time. Basically, what you're going to do is place the windmill down, and then you'll put the sails onto the windmill blades after it's already placed. So, let's go get this bad boy down. And we're probably just going to set it up right off of here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be high enough. Am I allowed to? Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so now basically all you want to do is right click, and as you add sails, you'll notice that the windmill starts spinning faster and faster. And yeah, I believe as long as it has no blocking blocks, so to speak, no blocks blocking its path nearby, then it runs at max capacity there. So let's see about taking some energy from this windmill. We're obviously going to need a Nether kinetic dynamo here, so I don't have any redstone in there. I do still have it over here. Okay. We're going to need another copper cool block and more of that. Copper cool block just requires, I believe it's 8 in total of the copper wires. And the copper wires get placed on a string, or a stick, sorry. String, stick, tomato, tomato. Am I right? Basically the same thing. There's our copper cool. Then we're going to need an iron mechanical component. And bingo, bango, bongo. Oh, redstone. Right. What did I do with my redstone? If it's not in there. Aha. I've found you. Alright. So there we go. Another kinetic dynamo. We already have the LV wire connector in our inventory. And this thing should be rock solid. Oh, got to turn it around. Excuse me, has anybody seen my hammer? Looks kind of like Thor's, except it's not magical in any manner. Okay. I think that's correct. And then we just throw one of these on there. Yeah, full power. Cool. Alright, so this is what we're going to be using to power our arc furnace, which will probably sit somewhere in here. Speaking of the arc furnace, by the way, I believe we have all the pieces needed to create all of the pieces needed. Does that make sense? So, we're going to need a cauldron. That's pretty standard Minecraft stuff. I already created that. We're going to need 8 steel sheet metals. This is required using 4 steel plates in an array. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we need 8 of these, so we do that twice. 1, 2. We are going to have to transform all of these blast brick into reinforced blast brick. So let's just go ahead and get the 27 out here that we need. Probably could have shift clicked. That's okay. I feel like we don't have enough steel plates. Should I go throw some more steel in the plate smasher? We'll wait. We're going to need 6 blocks of steel, which is 54 steel ingots. Because obviously a block is 9. That's going to take quite a bit here. There we are, 6. So that's completed. That's completed. 14 steel sheet metal slabs. These are made using the steel sheet metal, and unfortunately we need 14. This only gives us 6, so we're gonna have to make 2 sets of these would give us 2 sets of the other, but we need 3. Is that right? I feel like I'm doing my math wrong. Let me get these sheets back. And all this. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. We'd have to go 1, 2, 3. Alright. And then how many did it say that we actually needed there? 14. And leave 4 off. And what we can do with these 4 is actually combine them back into sheet metal. Just in case we need it in the future, just for convenience sake. So there's the 14. We just put some extra there. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Moving us down, we need 5 steel scaffolding. We currently have 2, so we're going to have to create that as well. I believe it requires some steel rods, like so. That'll give us 6, which is plenty. Because we only need 5. Then we need 5 heavy engineering blocks. So let's see. 3. Alright. And these require more steel sheet metals, plus steel mechanical components, plus bronze ingots. And we need 5 of these, right? 5. So we'll have to do this recipe twice. So we need 8 steel sheet metals. So let's see. What did I do with my... Oh, that was it. We used all of them. Well, shucks, Chance. You're going to have to go get some more started while I'm looking at the rest of this process. Let's see. I thought I was all ready and prepared, but I also try not to get too far ahead of y'all, right? So it's a little difficult to know at which point I am. Sometimes you think you're here, and you turn out to be there. Let's throw those in there. 16 will give us more sheet metal, I think, than what we really need. So we already have the reinforced blast bricks. Light engineering block and redstone. Iron sheet metal. So this we should definitely have, right? Because we have a ton of, well, not there, obviously. But we should have a ton of iron sheets pressed out already. Oh, nope, that's a zinc sheet. Oh, no, don't tell me, Chance. Were you confusing the zinc sheet for the iron sheet? I do this sometimes. I feel like part of it's on me, and the other part, you know, hey, maybe you can make some... Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Don't mind me. So each recipe makes 4. We need 10. How many do we have left over here? 2. So we need to make the recipe 2 times, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll need 8 of these. How convenient. We can make 16. And then we'll need 8 of these. And that should do it there. Blast bricks are down. What else do we need? Check, 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 check. Heavy engineering and redstone engineering. So redstone, sheet metal, copper. No, that's not it. Sheet metal's made like that. Okay. So we got our sheet metal, redstone, and copper. There is our redstone engineering block. So I feel like we may have already had some of those probably left over from the last one, but I digress. Completed. Now all we need is the heavy engineering. So let's go ahead and go on back down. Also, let's take a look at the rest of what this actually needs. So bronze, you can make... Just ignore me. Well, I guess you could do crushed, right, to get to bronze blend. But I thought you could also mix this in the mixer. Maybe I'm thinking of a different blend. Anyway, so you can mix this in, you know, shapeless crafting or in a standard crafting. Then you can take the bronze and go and smelt it. Don't believe we have any bronze yet, so this is a good learning opportunity. And I believe I do already have copper and, yeah, tin here. So, if we just combine this together, and I think it's, is it 3-to-1 copper to tin? It is. Let's go ahead and get ourselves 32. 32 bronze, that's half a stack. Feel like that's pretty solid. Throw that in there. And while that is working, we should have enough time to pop on down bottom and grab our steel. Should be all pressed out now. It's this way. By the end of this mod pack, our base is just going to have so many moving pieces, parts, and puzzles all about it. Which I can't say that I'm too upset about. Certainly sounds... It seems like more often than not, it doesn't make the sound on the way up through the elevator. Not that it's a huge deal. You know, honestly, probably doesn't affect anybody. But it does get to me. Alright, so there's the steel sheet metals. Now we need these, which I think we're going to need more. Yeah, we need 4 more actually to do this. That's insane. Never enough. Was there anything else that I needed from this before I run off? Bronze. Okay, so the bronze is already done. We literally needed just 1 piece. 4 of these getting pressed will not take that long. Also, we need to change our controls back to holding sneak. That's not the right way. So yeah, let's just throw 4 in there. Thankfully, this works. There is another plate presser, basically, from immersive engineering that I believe we're going to have to get into if we want to progress as far as power production with immersive goes. But we will visit that topic in just a minute. Got a whole nother ordeal here that we're trying to take care of. So there's 4 of those, finally. And bronze complete. Et voila, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that is everything that we need. Now it's just a matter of organizing our inventory to hold all of the appropriate blocks so we can build this thing. My inventory is getting a little full. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't know you could turn double chest into single chest like that. That's really cool. Okay, so everything fits down on the bottom there if we just move the hammer. Problem is I kind of need to see it in the book. Okay, so I think this would be considered heavy machinery, right? Arc furnace. Hey, here we are. Alright. Pause. Go down to the base level. Oh, this is the base level. These are slabs. Ha ha ha. I knew that. Alright, so this is made in a 5x5 area. And it gets to being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. Convenient. So realistically, it's made in a 5x5x5 area. So that would fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would fit perfectly right here. We could just plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. What was that? A Breeze commercial or something like that? A couple years back. So we're going to need blocks, sheet metal, sheet metal. Is this heavy? This is saying they don't have all the ingredients, but I don't think it's reading it correctly. Is this a heavy one? It looks heavy, right? It doesn't look light. Yeah, because it has the blue piece. Okay. This question mark, maybe it should only tell you the required materials based off the layer that's currently shown. That might be a little difficult as far as coding wise. Just a suggestion. So it looks like the front of it, right, is going to be where we put this... I want to call it a basin, but that's not it. A cauldron. There we are. Okay. So what do we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right here. Let's get this on down. Down, down, down. Now I think it was slab, scaffolding, slab, steel, steel, scaffold, 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 heavy, These were all slabs, right? Like that? I want to say that's right. Slabs, steel, sheet. Yep. Alright, let's go up one. So we're going to add redstone to the end here. More blocks. Heavy, light. So we go redstone there. More steel. And then it was heavy, light. Heavy, light. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. 5 heavy engineering blocks. Did I only make 4? I only made 4, didn't I? That'll go there, and that can't finish off there. No! Oh my goodness. That means we're going to have to make this recipe over again. So 4 times this. And then we need 4 more here. No wonder I messed up on my math here, because each of these requires 4, which is 16, and this requires 4, which is 20. So we'll go ahead and throw this back in here and go get that pressed out. While that is pressing out, we'll go ahead and finish the rest of what we can here. Obviously, it doesn't matter in which order you build the structure, as long as you can get all the pieces in place in general, right? Really thought we had enough steel already made up and processed and all that. I was feeling really good about myself whenever I pressed that recording button. Little did I know. Past Chance is also bad at math. It's not entirely true. I was actually very good at math at some point in history. But you know what they say, you don't use it, you lose it. So inside we got our reinforced blast brick, or at least some of them, right, like so. Let's hop up here. Up one. More full blocks, sheet metal on the sides. This should be it on the full blocks, right? Unless I've been a fool again. Sheet metal on the back sides. Sheet metal there and there. We'll have to remember that a heavy one goes there. Those. And then you just fill it in still, right? Oh, you fill it in and then out 2 more. Okay. Alright. I dig it. In. And then, oh, shucks. Where's my Paxel? I'm going to have to make another Paxel soon. Out 2 more. That still needs a heavy. Still needs the heavy, right? The music group? Anybody? Nobody? 3. Scaffolding. Light. So, 1, 2, 3. And then what's it? Scaffold, light in the middle? Sounds right. Oh, you're just 1. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. And then scaffolding, light across. Scaffold, light. Like so. Is that it? That's it. So we're literally waiting on just this one heavy engineering block, and our arc furnace will be completed. Iron Man would be so proud of us. Isn't that what he uses? Or no, it's an arc reactor. You know what? It's close. Arc furnace, arc reactor. One burns, one reacts. Okay, hands raised. Who's not a physics major? I have this copper-cooled block in my inventory, and it just, you know, kind of escapes me as far as what I was supposed to be using it for. That's alright. It's alright. 2, 3. Are you kidding me? I still didn't make enough? 4? Each one of these requires 4. Oh, no, they're right there. So wait, why is it saying I don't have enough to make another go? Oh, we need copper. Well, that's not what I thought I would be running out of. I have any spare copper around here? I'm about to have to run all the way back down just to grab some flapjack and copper. Well, you know what? We've had harder tasks in the past, and we'll have harder tasks in the future. So I guess I'll certainly take that one. Alright, there we go. I was like, man, my math skills are like really getting bad. No, Chance, you got this. You're not that old. You're not that, forgetful. Right? Okay. So let's go, and this just gets nestled in here. Take my hammer. Bam! The hottest topic. I like the look of it. Okay. Not gonna lie, I haven't worked with this too much in previous times when I get to immersive engineering. I kind of only scratch the surface of things, and arc furnaces usually aren't really all that required. That being said, I am really excited to slap a connector on here and take it for a whirl. So let's see, where's your input for power at? Probably says this in the book, just so we're all clear. That book gives you a lot of good, nifty information. That's the output, that's the redstone. Ooh, we almost fell into lava there. That wouldn't have been fun. I don't know, this has a whole lot of things on the back of it. Let's open our handy-dandy notebook. I would think it takes power in here. I don't know for sure. Let's see. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Energy input is through the 3 connectors at the back. Okay. And supplying the control panel at the front with a redstone signal will turn off the machine. Right-clicking the panel, bucket, or vat will open the interface. Okay. Alright, so then, power should come from these 3, right? It's a little awkward. Sure, we'll just do a little something like this. And what we should be able to do, technically, is connect this to here. And it shouldn't be live, so it shouldn't hurt me. And then connect this to there. What? You cannot attach wire here. Well, why the heck not, man? You cannot attach wire to the same point. What? Link. You cannot attach wire. Maybe you can attach wire here. I certainly most definitely think that I can. Let's try this. Okay, so we can do that. You cannot attach wire here. Why not? Okay. What? That doesn't make any sense. How are you supposed to power it? You cannot attach wire here. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Says the same thing here. So it can only do 1 connection? Well, that's kind of redonkulous. I thought it could do 2. Hold up, hold up, hold up. It can literally only go from one to the other? Maybe I'm missing something. Power, wires, and generators. Let's see. Connectors as inputs and outputs for the net. Relays to connect wires together. And transformers to switch. Connector. So we need a relay. Okay. Connectors apparently go on the machines. And these relays... Oh, that should be pretty simple. Do we have the terracotta on us, though? No, I'd definitely drop that back off at base. I was probably looking at it going, what do I need terracotta for? Okay, so let's see. Now that we have a relay, which is very similar to a connector, only slightly different in its transmitting purposes, I suppose. Knock this one out. this one out. And then we'll do a connector on the machine, which goes into a relay, and a relay to our machine up here. Is it? Is it getting power? Hello? Low, can you go? Can you go down low? Oh, wait, does power go in here? Not here, maybe? Let's see. Give that back. This. Like that, maybe? There we are. Okay. So these things that look like plugs, I guess. Like big old plugs in the back. Now I think this windmill is actually a lower and slower energy producer than this thing over here. What we could do potentially to help things speed along. Is this? It's like just barely outside of it. We'll try it anyways. Oh, you know what? It's because there's only, you can only have one. Okay, so what if I was to instead break this? Go from here to here. No, no, no. You know, I will say this about Create. The visual representation that it gives you for everything is really nice. What? You're obstructed. Alright, let's try this. That. There. Okay, alright. Looking good. Looking good. And just place another connector over here. Can I link to this? Can. And how does the power production look now? Well, it's already filled up, so I have no idea. Show recipes. So apparently we can just put stuff in, and then we have a chance to get stuff out. You know, I like those odds. I do. And what did we specifically need? Was it aluminum and lead? I think. I want to say yes. I want to say. Is it going? Block? Do I have to do it in block form, though? Feels like I could just do it in ingot at a time. You know, it actually might be easier. Aluminum grit. No, yeah, you just put it in the arc furnace. It doesn't say we need anything. 5 seconds. So I'm missing something here, right? We gotta have something else to make this machine work. The arc furnace is a massive structure used to quickly smelt. It consists of steel, blah, blah, blah. Its ability to process multiple items at the same time, but it will also complex in its workings and will require maintenance in order to continue functioning. Slag must be removed from the machine or it will cease to function. I don't seem to have a problem with slag. And degrading electrodes need to be replaced over time. The hell is an electrode? It consists of a steel vat topped by electrodes, which heat up the metal. Should I be looking into this electrodes? To form the structure, assemble it as shown on the first page. Click with the hammer. Energy input through the back. The control panel is at the front. It doesn't say anything about electrodes needing to be replaced and this and that. Alright, let's see if we can't find what these electrodes... Electron tube, electronic component, advanced electronic component, graphite electrode. It has to be talking about... Oh, shucks. I just pressed a button. Has to be talking about these then, right? graphite electrode. Make sure I'm not missing something. No, and that's from immersive. Oh, goodness. It's gonna get us anyways. Oh, no. I was really hoping we could maybe avoid this. It doesn't look like we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have to dive super deep into immersive engineering. So we got to get the squeezer going as well. Okay. You know, when you think a job is easy, you better take a step back and look at it again. Okay. Alright. I gotcha. So all of this little pipe dream of simple storage networks happening this episode was just that. A pure pipe dream. So we can't even actually use the arc furnace until we go all the way around, which would make sense because I think in the quest book it's also blocked by the graphite electrodes. So yeah, I just thought because you could build it, you could use it. But that's not the case. We got to go down through the squeezer. And no, we already got that. So yeah, to the squeezer, and then we can get the hop graphite dust, and then we can turn it into ingots, and then we can turn it into electrodes. That seems a bit excessive just for needing it for one function of the arc furnace. But hey, who am I to say yay or nay about it? Alright, so we're going to need some light engineering, redstone engineering, steel fence, steel scaffolding, and all the setup. What I think we might do, though, if we're going to be dealing with a lot more of these setups, is get into a thermoelectric generator. Essentially what this does is generate power based off of the temperature difference of the two side inputs. So, for example, you could put lava on one side and ice on one side, and the difference in temperature is essentially what's creating power there. So, a lot smaller of a setup, and as you see from the crafting, it's really easy. The only hiccup that we're currently going to need is the Constantine plates, which requires a metal press. Metal press is really easy. It's 1 piston, 2 steel scaffolding, 1 redstone, 1 heavy, and 2 conveyor belt. So I think we might go ahead and try to make that, because we already have the redstone scaffolding there. I already have the heavy there. What else? What else did this need? 2 conveyor, 2 steel scaffolding. We have those 2. Piston. Do we have redstone and iron? Cobble. It's weird when you're in a pack and the limiting factor is cobblestone, right? Which I guess technically at this point we could have a big auto cobble maker, right? Just throw a bunch of stone in there and then bingo, bango, bammo. It would give us back what we wanted. There's the piston, and then conveyor belt. Leather, iron, redstone. So we just need some leather then, right? Because we should already have the iron and redstone. Bum, 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 da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, cool. So this is all done. We're just going to go set this up right down in here. And conveyor belts are much like conveyor belts from Create, except they don't require anything. Once you've made it, as you can see, it just works. It just works. So, yeah, I digress on that. Let's grab the rest of our pieces out of here. There's 2 of those, 1 of those, a little bit of this, and a piston. Alright, so let's see how this thing is created. And what do we call it? Is it the metal press? It is. Alright, so play, pause. Scaffolding, scaffolding, redstone. Scaffolding, redstone. And if I saw completely, add conveyor belt. Piston facing downward. That's interesting. I'd say it's interesting because you have to... Well, I guess you could place it down and rotate it, right? That's probably what they expect you to do. Rotate it with the engineer's hammer. Oh, well. That. And then just the heavy on top. Is that it? Seems so. And I didn't check which button. Okay. No? Oh, conveyor belt on the other side. Yep. Yep, yep. Like that. Cool. Observe a metal press. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'm observing right at it. So, I believe we can put a chest on this side, and it should auto input into it. And then we just got to give it some power. Where do you take power at? Up top? Yeah. Okay, so let's get our connectors, not the wire relays. And some wire. This on top. Take this. Ooh, am I going to be able to reach that? Yeah, I didn't think so. How do you break wire? Like, just wire. Perhaps the wire cutters? I mean, that would almost be too perfect, though, right? Oh, it's not there anymore. Okay, never mind. But essentially, yeah, we're just going to need to separate these connectors out. So, we'll do one here. Can I actually wire cut? Oh, you can! I was just joking, but it's the thing. What? Not attach wire at the same point. I thought I was... There we are. My bad. Wasn't trying to connect them at the same point. Didn't even realize, officer. There we go. Don't touch that wire. It's live. Now, we did already make some Constantine ingots. These are made really simply. This, I think, is where I was thinking of the mixer. So yeah, you put copper in, you put nickel in, you heat it up with the blaze, which we already have this set up, and you get Constantine. Now, in order to make the thermoelectric, we need 5. So let's see if we can't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 6, 5. Can we right-click them on? No. Can we throw them on? No. Can I put them in an inventory and have them be pulled out? I do know a for sure way of getting them on there. I'm just seeing if any of these simple, sort of intuitive methods work. They don't. That's okay. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't need a shortcut. No way. No how. Pretty sure we can hopper onto them. Oh, you know what? This is considered the metal press, so it may not act as per the usual. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I think the problem is we need an actual conveyor belt, and we'll probably need this on the opposite side too. I didn't think about that. This is considered the metal press, even though it looks like conveyor belt, and technically it is a conveyor belt. It acts as metal press. So from there, we should be able to chest it up. And now onto this one. Can I right-click? No? Drop. Drop. Excuse me. Is this metal press supposed to... Isn't it supposed to pull along the... Hello? Oh, how I love immersive engineering. Automated way of shaping metal. Is it, though? Is it an automated way of shaping metal? Power is input through the top and items through the conveyors. Obviously. In the direction of movement. The lower middle block is the redstone control. Right-clicking it with an engineer's screwdriver allows you to invert the redstone control. Cool. All of that makes sense. Minus the fact where I kind of need this thing to take an input. Nope, nope, stop. Okay. And thank you, Magnet, for that. Try this again. Bob? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Very nice. Am I missing something? Ah, we need a mold plate press. Nothing so simple. Nothing so simple. Engineer's workbench, that's alright. I'm pretty sure we have to get into this anyways to move forward towards the hoplite stuff. And we definitely have enough treated planks to get into this. So this is not a... What? Not an ordeal. So that, we are going to need some fences, I believe. So let's just go ahead and get some sticks rocking and rolling. Like so. Now, what all are we missing? Just the crafting table, which requires just a crafting table. Bingo, bango, bongo. That into this. And I did remember that we needed this today, so I went ahead and got some of the blue dye already prepped up. I guess we'll just throw this right there. Cool. Cool beans. Now we have the means of making all the different presses and molds and this and that. Yada. So if we go back to our thermoelectric, let's just save these plates. We're going to need a metal plate mold, which is 3 more steel plates, an engineer's blueprint, and the wire cutters. Okay, well, while we create the blueprint, let's go ahead and throw 3 more pieces of steel. And y'all remember last episode? Was it last episode or was it this episode? Sorry, days have gone in between the first part of recording this video and the second. So you can understand why I might be a little kerfuffled on what today is as far as the video goes. Because sometimes I record these videos all in one session, all in one day, all in one go. And sometimes it's more of a... Yeah, I'll record some here, and I'll come back and play and record some there, and come back and play and record some, you know. You know how it goes. Now, we do need the blueprint itself here as well, so let's see. That's going to be blue dye, iron sheet, and paper. I should probably save that recipe. So the blue dye you can get from crushing lapis. Lapis we can get from our lapis shards, which come from the nether shards. So that's already achievable, and we've already done it. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, put the blue dye away already. Speaking of putting some things away, that's what we need to do today. Hey. I'm gonna throw that aluminum in there because clearly we're not needing it anytime soon. Am I right? Okay. Alright, it's a bit more organized. It's not entirely. So yeah, we have our blue dye. Now we should just need paper, right? There's 2 pieces there. Let's go ahead and get 3. And 3. And that only gives you 1 blueprint. Wow. Not gonna lie, I thought 3 pieces of paper would at least equate to 3 blueprints, but hey, what do I know? Oh, and then this makes all the different kinds. Okay, well, shucks. Put those in. Which kind are we getting? Metal, press, mold, plate. Metal, press, mold, plate. It's this one. Metal, press, mold, plate. Okay, can we leave that stuff in there? Oh, and once you have the blueprint, it just stays. Okay. Alright, now I understand. That's fine. So, with this, do I right-click it in? You do. Oh, moving on up in the world. Moving right on up. And how does this go? Perfect, as long as I don't have a magnet on. Oh, wait, can I just... Oh, that just turns it on and off aesthetically. It doesn't actually turn it on and off. Okay. So yeah, just like the create metal press, just a little bit slower. Alright, so now we can make this because we already have that copper cool block. Thermoelectric generator. Kablamo! Now, getting the lava for this should obviously be pretty easy. The other ingredients that we need are probably going to be a bit harder. That being said, we can go with a simple setup at the start, right? So if we take a look here, lava has a temp of 1300. Water has a temp of 300, so that difference, the 1000 temp difference, is what's creating our power. I'm not sure what rate it actually goes at, but I do know that I want to see how quickly this generates, because this is essentially a three block setup, right? Which is insanely efficient given the other two options that are behind us there. So we have this. We're going to need some lava. Lava, lava. Lava, 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 lava. Lava, 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 lava. Sometimes I still take the stairs down. It's just because I forget. I'm going to be honest with you. Ba-dum-bum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, where do we want to put this? I guess somewhere over here, right? Because this is definitely where we're going to be using the power at. Could we just technically link it into our current setup? Maybe not, because this is low voltage. We wouldn't want to throw in a high voltage and blow our system. So let's just do this as a separate entity. Somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. Of course, if this is a good enough power solution, we'll just tear this whole thing down and put it back there. So I guess let's just test it out. It doesn't really matter where it goes, right? Let's just get it together. So just do a little setup like this. The generator will go in the middle. You have lava on one side and water on the other. You know, in immersive engineering, are there goggles like there are in Create? Or is that a Create thing? Goggles, headbands, something to allow me to observe what is currently going on. Faraday helmet. Exactly correct. Maybe this engineer's multimeter? Perhaps? Possibly? Also, let me put a connector on here just to see if we're running. Oh, we're running with power. And oh, this is so much better. I mean, look at how tiny this is compared to that. Or, I mean, that's not so bad, but I think this generates much more power. But the book doesn't actually tell you. It just tells you generates energy based on the difference between the two temperatures. So what, are we generating 1,000 because there's 1,000 difference here? That doesn't feel right, though. Something about that doesn't feel right. Let's see. We have iron on us. We do. Let's go ahead and make one of these multimeters if we can. See if it'll tell us any information here. Engineer's multimeter. So, energy stored. Great, thanks. I totally couldn't see that with my eyes, but now that you told me, I see. I understand. Energy stored. Energy stored. You literally just tell me what I can already see? Thank you for that. I didn't know if you would actually tell me something useful, like, I don't know, energy output, right? Amount of energy being produced. Ow, that hurt. Okay, well then this thing is useless, I think. Can we change the mode, maybe? Change the mode. No? No? No. Okay. Alright, hey, whatever. You know, tomato, tomato. So, yeah, we have this super easy power setup now. I guess that's a good thing. We can start taking all those down. So, ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned today? 1, immersive engineering. It runs deep. 2, never think that it's an easy job, because you'll get fooled over. 3, we made a lot of progress. You know, we got most of this stuff already knocked out of the way. I'm not sure if we'll even end up needing a mixer for anything or the sawmill necessarily. They might just be sort of nice upgrades, right? So let's see. Let's see what this mixer can do for us. Potions. Automatic potions. Okay, and it might be a simpler way for us to create the lavas. Not that we need the lavas past what we've already got. What about... I would imagine it could do... Not potions. I was gonna say... Oh, rainbow lava. Oh, look at that. We're not gonna be getting into that for quite some time, though, from the looks of it, 'cause we don't have any of that stuff. I was gonna say it could probably do some nature water, or whatever the heck it was called, right? But I'm not seeing it in here. Green lava, all the different types of lavas, but you can't automate the water production? Yeah, okay. Wow. So we won't be using the mixer for anything, I don't think. And then the sawmill should just increase. Yeah, it just gives you 6 planks instead of... Now we might need the sawdust. We can go in botany pot, so I guess that's a good way to automate that. But you know what? We've done a good job today. We've gotten into power through the water wheel. We've gotten into power through the windmill. Wait, the water wheel was last episode. You know what we mean? We set up the power that should have been for the water wheel to get it initially going this episode. We set up the windmill. We set up the thermoelectric generator. And we did set up our arc furnace. Granted, it's not running due to us needing to do other, I guess, means. But we do have a metal press, so that's kind of nice. And I guess as long as this windmill continues to power these two functionably so, there's no real need to tear it down, so we can just use this for a whole nother setup. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for watching this morning. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like down below. Of course, subscribe for more awesome content from yours truly. And, you know, share this out. Friends, family, family of the friends, and friends of the family. Obviously, doing a mod pack like this, not quite nearly as popular as something like Vault Hunters, but I still really enjoy it. And this actually allows us to actually play with modded, to whereas Vault Hunters is more like, hey, you can have a dream or a skeptic or an idea of playing with mods, but you'll never actually really feel the full extent. So it's nice to play something like this where we get to use our actual modded intelligence, what little we do have to create setups. Anyways, thanks again everybody for watching. As per the usual, I hope you stay awesome, stay safe, stay crafting, and until next time, peace out.